Corn on the cob, probably my favorite vegetable. Have you ever asked yourself, how can I enjoy corn all year long? Well, stick around as just a regular old common man answers some very common questions. So as you can see, we got about 100 ears of corn lined up on a bench here. There's some storms rolling through the area, so we're actually under the deck in case it starts raining to just try and stay dry a little bit. But we ordered 250 ears. We're splitting it up with some family members, and so we are just getting started. So my wife and kids are already shucking, and as you can see, this one's just about done, and we're just dumping all the shucks in a box because, like I said, the storms are coming through. So as soon as we get a box full, I'll take it out and dump it. Right now, just trying to get all the silk off of the corn. And any bad spots that you see, we'll take the knife and cut them out. So here you go, a little in-action corn shucking going on. There's really no science to it, just get it all pulled off, and then the stalk at the bottom will break it off, and then try to get all those silk hairs off of it. And again, this is personal preference. For me, I don't mind a little bit of silk left on whenever I eat the corn. Growing up, there were many times that we would bring a dozen ears of corn in and be sent right back outside to finish silking it because Mom said it wasn't good enough for her. So again, just personal preference, and I'll try to zoom in here just a little bit. And you can see, most of it up there at the top end, easy to grab and pull off. And then once you get most of it pulled, you just kind of turn it around in your hand, and sometimes it gets buried down in between the kernels, and get all that pulled off. Once you get it pulled off, if there's any bad spots, just take a knife, cut it off. If the end's not good, we always just cut that off, and then we'll just put them all in a container, and we'll pick back up here after a while and show you what we do just to freeze whole ears of corn. So we've got all of the corn shucked, and as you can see, just going through and getting any of the remaining silk off, washing them in a pan of water. And what we're going to do with the majority of these ears is we're going to freeze them in bags of probably 5 or 6, something like that, just as whole ears, and then we'll pull them out throughout the year and just have regular corn on the cob. But some of the ears did not look as good, and as you can see, this one here, some of the rows of kernels just aren't that good. And so what we're doing with these is just pulling out the few that weren't maybe quite as nice looking, and we are going to freeze them in smaller bags. So you get them in a pot of water, bring them to a boil them for about 10 minutes, and then we'll go through and cut them off and put them in freezer bags and get everything in the freezer. So we'll pick back up here when we do the ears and show you how we finish everything up. So as you can see, we're taking 6 ears, just putting them in these bags, the Food Saver bags. We love our Food Saver. We freeze everything using that. Again, we don't do anything with these ears. We used to think you had to blanch the ears of corn and do these first. We've learned that for just regular roasting ears, all you got to do is freeze them right after you shuck them and silk them, get everything frozen in there, and then put them right in the freezer. And then when we pull them out, whether it's in 6 months or whatever from now, you just put them in a pot and get them ready like you would regular roasting ears straight out of the garden. So that's all there is to it as far as the corn on the cob. All right, so we blanch the corn for 10 minutes on a boil, and then we put it in a bowl here with just some cold water to cool it down just enough so that it can be handled. And then, as you can see, very simple, just cutting it right off the cob. And then once you get whatever amount you want to put into your bags, you can see over here that we've already got a few bags filled with them. And then once again, we'll just throw them over onto the food saver and seal them up and put them in the freezer. So, not sure how many bags we're going to end up with. It looks like we got 3. So we may end up with, 6, 7, 8 bags of cut off corn, and we ended up with 13 bags that we froze with regular ears on the cob still. So this will make us very happy throughout the next several months. All right, there you go. So 100 ears of corn. Took us just over a couple hours to get everything shucked. We ended up with 13 bags of ears to go in the freezer. We got 6 bags of cut off corn to go in. So we'll put it in the freezer and we will be good to go for the next several months. So if you ever wondered, how do I get corn to last all year long? There you go. Hope you enjoyed it. Just another common man answering some very common questions.
He gone.
Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed and maybe even learned a little something. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe to our channel. And if you have a question about something, make sure to leave us a comment down below. We'll see if this common man can answer your very common question.
She go.